So she's saying that here, that's not what, but on the paper, she's requesting a lounge and an event center. So we need to make sure when folks understand what they're asking for, or when they come address the council, that there's an understanding of there's different rules for different types of businesses, and a billiard hall, yes, is different than a lounge or an event center, but when you put on your application event center and lounge, that requires some additional things. I just wanted to be clear there.
No, and I appreciate that, Mr. Reed, and I'm pretty sure with the city of Montgomery, if you're going to get a lounge license, you have to have gone through the ABC process as well. Isn't that coming to us?
Right.
And so, again, we have a business over in that same, you're in Normandale Shopping Center, correct? Are you in the, which unit are you in?
546.
546. And there's nothing in that unit right now?
Right.
And no activities happening there right now?
Right.
Okay. Well, I can't give you a business license today. If you're a true billiard hall, I don't know why they're coming to us for that. The whole point of doing this was that we were supposed to be tracking down a business that is operating without a business license and without a liquor license, selling alcohol, having parties and events, and doing things over there that they're not supposed to be doing. They need to go through the licensing process.
Yeah. You just need to come in and you need to actually redo an application to what you're doing. Because this right here, we can license you.
Well, and furthermore, I know that Chief, I don't know if the information got passed on to you, but I had reached out to Chief Barnes about this location. I've reached out to, as I said, ABC, Courtney over at ABC. They were supposed to be talking to Aaliyah. The people that are supposed to be here today are supposed to be the people who are running an illegal lounge and strip club in my district. Okay? That's who's supposed to be here today. I thought that when we said that they had a license.
Hold 1 second, Mr. Szymanski. Okay, they can sit down because
they can sit down.
You guys need to go 25 Washington and do a vision license.
Oh, no, Councilman, hold on, no. Because what's Club Precise? I'm looking at Club Precise. I'm looking at Precise Lounge and Hookah, and that's the same address. And they
Councilor
apply
Johnson,
for
I
a
agree with
business
you.
event
I
center.
But
agree
they're
with
saying
you.
they're here for
So
a
either
business.
they
They
lying
don't
or-
play that. They can handle that with 25 Washington. Now go ahead, Mr. Szymanski.
That's my frustration. My frustration is, once again, here we are.
All right, one at a time. Go ahead, Mr.
My
Szymanski.
frustration is that we are trying to enforce something and it's not getting enforced. And I don't know if they're not telling me the truth or if it's a different business operating in the same space, but I'm getting calls, text messages, photos from my neighborhood association over there. There's a church across the street. Bryant Missionary Baptist is right across the street. The folks in Normandale. So someone has to tell me, or at least, it doesn't have to be tonight, but someone has got to tell me how we are going to separate this issue, okay?
Mr. President.
In short of sending you a text, Councilman Szymanski, I'm on it. I got it.
Thank you.
Mr. President, and like I stated before in work session, we have absolutely no evidence to show that they are operating without these still pictures don't show anybody in there. These still pictures don't show any alcohol.
No, they
these
have
still
pictures.
pictures.
Sorry.
Where? No, but then that don't show. What do that show though?
All right,
That's not a live picture. You
But
can't.
it's
You
go
can't go to Stacy. I've been working with Stacy with this for 5 years. We've been doing this for 5 years. You have to have somebody undercover going in there taking those extra videos. Because they gonna say that they gonna say what they always say. You can have all the flyers you want to. But guess what I'm gonna say? That we did not have that party. And that's what we gotta work on, and I'm glad that Ms. B have put it in the budget to get somebody that actually go out. Until we have somebody to go out after hours, we're gonna be doing the same old thing. Every city council meeting.
All right.
So what's this like?
Are you all the owners? You're the owners?
I'm the owner.
You're an owner, invested owner.
I mean, Mr. Szymanski,
Yeah.
they're here because you asked for a review, right?
But, okay, that's what I'm saying the confusion is. I wanted to see if there was a business there, if they had a license. When I talked to ABC, they said there should be no alcohol being sold out of there, and there is. That's who I wanted to have in front of us today. These individuals are here to apply for a license, apparently in a different space, but at the same address. So I don't know. It's unreal.
I came to the neighborhood meeting and spoke with the people in your neighborhood and everything about getting the, the license and everything.
So who's your neighbor? What businesses are next to you?
The neighboring business is a studio. There's a studio on one end, and there's another business on the far left.
Okay, that's the clubhouse?
I don't know the name of it,
Okay.
but it's on the further end, and then there's a music studio directly next door.
All right.
546 isn't open for business.
Okay. Then,
Okay.
I mean, I can't, nothing can be done.
Ain't nothing we can do about that.
Mr.
All right,
Reed's
thank
gonna
you,
help me
ma'am.
out with
You
this
got
one.
supply 25 watches for your license. Thank you. All right, item 17,
Item 18,
18,
resolution authorizing execution of agreement for feasibility study for Montgomery portion of Selma to Montgomery Trail.
all right. Need motion to suspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
No, I didn't vote.
You're hiding behind
No,
it.
no, I didn't suspend the rules. All right,
Mr. President, I just want to make sure, again, is there a particular, well, actually, we have the director of River Region Trail Service. Was there any questions about the actual feasibility study?
I didn't suspend the rules. Next item.
Item 19, resolution authorizing execution of agreement for feasibility study and master plan for trails in Cypress Park.
All right, need a motion to suspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
7 with 1 abstention.
Excuse me, can we go back to 18? I have Mr. Cate here to speak to it.
I'm 18, we're going to 19. I'm going to 19. And I
That
understand,
is-
I understand what we're doing, but what I'm trying to do is show why we needed to do number 1. Because that's where the politics get involved when it comes to these type things right here. And that's all I was trying to do in the beginning when we talked about contracts and what we gotta do. Politics gets involved when you look at these type things here, and then you don't raise your hand on the suspension of rules. Now we send this back to these departments for 3, 4, 5 weeks because we're holding up contracts. The same way we did with this human resource department and this personnel department. We held this up since April, and we get to the deadline and we can't act on that. And I know the politics that this council playing, so CC gonna play politics tonight.
Mr. President,
Thank you, Mr. Szymanski.
So a couple of things. Number one, the council, even before my time, had already voted to adopt and take on the initiatives in Montgomery Thrive. At the last meeting, Mr. Reed had asked that we exempt ARPA projects from the contracts list, which I agreed to, and substituted the resolution to include ARPA projects. It seems like we have just some minor changes, and again, we're talking about playing politics over almost $4 million of quality of life investment in the city. I
think we played politics when we did number 1 2 weeks ago. And we talked about the politics that was going to be played. I understand what you're talking about. So the explanation to me now, no one wanted to listen during that time when we talked about these things. When we talked about, okay, this is what's going to get involved in this. Ms. Johnson spoke of that. So now we do what we want to do when we vote on something, but now when it comes back and it hits you in the face, now we want to talk about this now.
Well, no, I think actually
I'm moving on. We're on item number 20.
Well, point of order. I mean, what I would like to say,
The point of order,
just
there
so
was no
it's
suspension of rules. What's your point? There was no suspension of rules, so why are we discussing?
We're moving on to this one.
Moving on to number 20.
Item 20, resolution authorizing execution of agreement to assist City of Montgomery with management of ARPA Trails projects.
All right. Need a motion?
Ms. Blaylock would like to carry this over to the next meeting.
Yes, sir.
That's not a consensus of the council. That needs to come from the chair. Now I need to take a vote on the consensus of carrying this over for the next meeting. All in favor of carryover, please raise your hand.
3,
All opposed at the same right?
Four.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm missing 1 person.
Right here, I'm abstaining.
Are you abstaining, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
1 abstention. The motion to carry over fails.
Let's move on.
Item 21, 21?
The motion to carry over failed, so we're back to 20 and a motion to suspend the rules.
Okay. Need a motion to suspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
3.
All right.
It's fine.
Let's go.
Everybody else is a no or abstain.
It doesn't matter. Let's go.
I have to show in the minutes.
Put us down
I'm
for
sorry.
something. What do you want to put us down for? Let's go.
By law, I have to show how y'all vote. Are y'all, everybody else abstaining or voting no?
I'm a no.
Abstain. I'm abstaining.
We have 1 no. Everybody else abstaining. Thank you, council.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Item 21, application for a lounge retail liquor class 1 license doing business as Magnum Opus Cigars, 2921 Chestnut Street.
All right.
Mr. Jenwright left. He asked me to take care of these, so we make a motion to suspend the rules.
We gotta have public hearing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Item 22.
21.
This is a public hearing. Anyone representing item 22, please come forward.
21.
21, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we doing 21 right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got ahead of it. Let me take that back, Ms. Blaylock. Sorry.
And I'm still here anyway. My name's on there.
I thought we were on 22.
It's all right. I can speak for it. Motion to suspend the rules.
We gotta have the public hearing.
Okay, this is your name for the record?
William Whitlow.
William,
Katrina Whitlow.
I did not get his name.
William Whitlow.
William.
Willow,
Yes, William Whitlow.
and you're,
Katrina Whitlow.
thank you.
All right, this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. You represent the property, right?
They're the owners.
Okay. All right, I declare the public hearing has been held. It's proper before the council.
All right, motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous,
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
unanimous, resolution is adopted.
Good luck with your business.
Good luck with your business.
Thank you all.
Item 22, application for special retail more than 30 days liquor license. And council, they changed the name on this, if you'll let me do it as an editorial change. It's PCH Hotels and Resorts doing business as Activity Center, 201 Dexter Avenue.
All right, your name for the record.
Chris Townsley.
Okay. All right, this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. It's proper before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous,
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
unanimous, resolution is adopted. Item 23, application for special retail more than 30 days liquor license doing business as Plaza Grill, 770 Washington Avenue.
All right, need a motion. This is a need a public hearing on this. This is the public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. It's proper for the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous,
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand. Good.
Ms. Beard, unanimous, resolution is adopted. Item 24, application for restaurant retail liquor license doing business as Commerce Cafe, 401 Adams Avenue. That'll be an editorial change also.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, it's proper for the council. Declare the public hearing has been held. It's proper for the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules
All in favor, please raise your hand.
for the rest of the agenda.
Unanimous,
No, I think we got another public hearing.
I think that's the rest.
That was 24?
So it's just abatements next.
Okay, Ms. Moore.
All right. Need a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
are you doing it on all the
Yes.
unanimous?
All right.
Motion to adopt.
Y'all done lost me. What number we on there?
We're on 24.
All right, this is a public hearing.
We've already had public hearing.
Okay, all right, let's go. All right,
And she
motion to
suspended
adopt.
the rules, now we've got a motion to adopt.
Ready to go. All right, need a motion to adopt. Need a motion to adopt, please raise your hand.
Unanimous, resolution is
All righty,
adopted.
rock and roll.
That's it. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Good luck.
council.
Good luck.
Item 25, resolution declaring, authorizing, assessing cost of abatement of public nuisances on various lots.
All right.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous, resolution is adopted.
All right, Madam Blaylock, we have one more resolution for,
Yes, a resolution approving 8 contracts and authorizing mayor to execute. And if you'll look on the resolution, you'll see those contracts and their amounts and the intended use of those contracts for your approval.
okay, now let me ask you a question. Now I see the 7 to Montgomery and the Cypress on this, are those just added to?
It's an addition to, it's an additional contract. I mean, it's different from what was presented to the others.
Okay,
These are contracts that I have here. The other was provided in your,
okay. Anybody have any questions on the contracts that you have before you? But Mr. Reed,
Where do we get them?
Yes, sir.
in this separate resolution that we received with the, I see the 7 to Montgomery, the Cypress, and we voted, we didn't suspend the rules on those on the other ones. Are these additional ones?
So so that's why I wanted to talk to you about 20 and 21.
Okay,
So 20 and 21 by the 19 and 20, I'm sorry. The local agreement we had when it came to ARPA dollars, if we made any significant change or funding changes to those particular projects, the council would have to come back and vote a new resolution. So those aren't contracts, those are just the expenditure of the ARPA dollars. It's a compliance issue that 19 and 20 are remedying. For lack of better words, if y'all want to have your political discussion, this is where you have that political discussion. 19 and 20 is not the place to have that discussion, at least from my perspective, because we need to have those ARPA dollars allocated and obligated by 31 December. The more we kick the can on that, those are projects that you all have agreed upon. All we're doing is adding Jacobs as project management, and also changing some dollars from one of the trails because it got, originally, we looked at the trail as part of the ARPA project, but we got a grant of $36.6 million, so we moved some of those monies to other trails. So that's what we're trying to do with 19 and 20.
what's the date? Okay. All right, so no, my question is on the new resolution that Ms. Blaylock just read.
So Ms. Blaylock, in our discussions previous to this meeting, understanding that the council may decide to override the veto, we had it positioned that the veto is now overridden, that now we are under the rules of the ordinance, so now you all are looking at those contracts that need to be approved by the council.
Okay, so these are the same contracts that I didn't suspend the rules on.
They're the same thing, just different
Oh,
dollars.
okay, so we can keep moving.
So, Mr. President, I'm pretty sure
Szymanski?
what Mr. Reed is saying is that like, if you want to punish me for the trails project, no, you can't.
I'm not punishing anybody.
No, hold on a second.
It's just possible.
This is what, if you want to, if the issue is are we not going to say yes to the contract today on trails just because, that's fine. But what he's saying is that 18 and 19 and 20 were compliance issues with ARPA. The contract itself is in the floor resolution right here, so it's kind of, and I don't know if anybody from Jacobs is here. They were hired as part of this project to do some project management to help with some of that oversight. So I guess we're not shifting any money to that. It just doesn't make sense that we would not at least do the compliance work. And if you want to fight about funding, which has been discussed, agreed upon, voted upon, way before even I got onto the council, we can have that conversation.
Hey,
Mr.
hey,
Tate.
let me rephrase.
Yeah,
I'm not punishing anyone. I'm voting my conscience. Just like everybody voted their conscience at the chance that they voted, you voted your conscience. So my point from the initial, when we first started talking about contracts, let me go ahead and clear the record. In 20 years I've been here, we have not had a contract cap on any mayor in the city of Montgomery. It just expired in October of 2024 on a blanket contract that we have for any other mayor. So it's not the politics. The politics is coming in when you want to put a cap, and then when it comes back, that's why I said when we put caps, and now they come before each council meeting. You can have the same thing happen each council. Nothing about the trails, no punishment against you. Any council member can come and look at these contracts, don't suspend the rules, and just like Mr. Reed is saying, you hold it up, we got to have this obligated December the 31st. This council has the obligation and the right to look at any contract that's signed in the city of Montgomery. You have the right to go to the clerk's office, look at these contracts, and you look at it. I think we slow down the process by what we did today, and we discussed it. We put a cap on it, so it slows it down. So if a council member decide not to suspend the rules, not to vote, pull something out, all they do is put the politics in it. And that's all I was saying in the beginning, but no one wants to listen to that. We had a blanket cap. We can look at any contract. We just heard about an audit that this city had, one of the best that we had. There's no improprieties going on in the city, so why do we need it? So the politics is being played way before we got to this point. That's what I'm saying.
Well, look, the idea that we would not have this after, just because it's the way it's always been done, as I said, when I came to the council the last time, looking at other municipalities, the league, we do, state law dictates that we grant that authority, okay? And so whether it be Mobile or Birmingham or Auburn or Tuscaloosa or anywhere, when you grant that, and look, we've been talking about this for 6 weeks. If the issue was the number, we could have a conversation about the number. I just don't understand, like, to me, the idea that true collaboration, it should not fear oversight. Like, we should be working through this process.
I don't fear oversight. We're working through it.
But I'm just saying is that
we're gonna work with these in 2 weeks.
A good check and balance on the system is all that was baked into that. The number was ambiguous to me, to be honest with you, and you and I talked about that multiple times.
We did, and I didn't agree with it from the beginning.
That's fair. I don't think that the idea, I mean, the micromanagement of contracts and all that.
So what are we doing if we're not micromanaging?
It's good checks and balances.
Okay, the checks and balances, when we look at that routing sheet that I passed out on these contracts right here. So to me, it's like it's a mistrust with our department heads and the people that we hire to do these jobs on a day-to-day basis.
That's a fair point, but I don't agree.
But if that's a fair point, then what's the point? You got the finance director, all of these people sign up. The council has the right to look at any contract that we have, and everybody have them in front of them. You had a chance to look at them. Ms. Blaylock has the contract on her desk. If you want to look at it, I just don't think putting a cap on it. So if this is what we have to send a message, this is what we're going to do today.
Well, to me, it was about knowledge, CC. I'm saying.
Well, I got the knowledge.
That's fine, but I'm saying that the whole point of doing this was the opportunity for us as elected officials who are supposed to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. This is one way for us to do that.
Okay. I agree with you. Where are we at?
What number are we on?
Can I put in my 2 cents?
Yes, ma'am.
My job is to see that procedures are done. The authority has to either be given to the mayor or the council will vote on it. I'm not signing a document until one of those 2 things are done.
Right. I got you. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
I'm not suspending the rules on this item.
Has there been a motion to suspend the rules?
Well, can I get a motion to suspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
3. Okay, council, are y'all ready for contingency or?
Yes. Yes. And if I can add one, Mr. President.
All right, any other things from the council? Hold on, no, we're not. We have public communication.
I got contingency, Mr. President.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
District 1, $1,000 to AUM baseball.
I got another one.
Hold up, one.
Wait just a minute. District 2, $1,000 to Coliseum Boulevard Library for art program, $500 to Girls in Training. District 5, $500 to MPS for Percy Julian High School Senior Giving Activities Accounting. What's the pleasure of the council? Do we want?
Can I add one too?
Do we want mayoral approval? Do we not want mayoral approval? Not. Okay. So you want to add?
Yes, $1,500 to Floyd Middle Chair.
To who?
Floyd Middle Chair, Floyd Magnet Cheerleader.
Floyd Magnet
Cheerleader.
Cheerleader. I'm sorry. Okay,
Ms. Blaylock, I got one.
yes, sir.
$700, and I don't know how the vendor, the Martin Luther King Jr. birthday bash, Bailey was in here earlier, $700 to that, if they're a vendor.
Yes, sir. I will look and see how we did it last year. Anybody else?
Miss-
Mr. Zeman,
I'll do the same thing as Mr. Grimes.
700.
Yes.
Ms. Blaylock, District 6, $1,000 to Bellingraph Diamond Youth Baseball League.
Bellingraph Youth, what?
Baseball League. $1,000 to, oh,
1,000 to,
Montgomery Music and Art Foundation.
okay.
$1,000 to Women in Training. And $1,000 to Young Men on a Mission.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I forgot they asked for some. 1,000 to, the Martin Luther King Jr. Bash as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's, the musical arts, Valerie Smedley,
How much?
1,000.
To Montgomery Music and Art Foundation. Okay, anybody else? Okay, Mr. Chairman, I think we need a motion.
All right, need a motion for approval?
Move to approve.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
All right, anything else from council? All right, and nobody? All right, in our public communication, non-agenda items, we have Attorney Davis.